next question, number 5. When the Wheatstone bridge shown in the figure is used to find the value of resistance Rx, the galvanometer G indicates zero current when R1 is 50, R2 is 65 and R3 is 100 ohms. If R3 is known with plus or minus 5% tolerance on its nominal value of 100 ohms, what is the range of Rx in ohms? Okay, so we have been given our 4 options. Now, in order to solve this, the first thing we do is to write down the expression when the bridge is in balance. So I'll write it here. The bridge is in balance when we have the expression of resistances as R1 Rx equals R2 R3. So if you look at your figure given, R1 into Rx is equal to R2 into R3. Only then the bridge is in balance. Now the values given are R1 is 50 ohms, R2 is 65 ohms, and R3 is 100 ohms. Now let's substitute these values here and find out what the value of Rx is. So Rx would be equal to 65 into 100 divided by 50. And that gives us 130 ohms. Okay, so the next step is to find out the range. Now this is 130 ohms of Rx when the bridge is in balance. But what if it's not? That means we'll have to find out the minimum and maximum values. So in order to do that, we'll use the tolerance given for the resistance R3. Now the tolerance of R3 is given as plus or minus 5%, which means that minimum value of R3 is 100 minus 5% of 100. And the maximum value of R3 is 100 plus 5% of 100. So that gives us minimum value of R3 is 100 minus 5. 5% of 100 is 5. So that's 100 minus 5, 95 ohms. And the maximum value of R3 is 100 plus 5, 105 ohms. So at both of these values, substituting that into this equation, we'll be able to find out 2 values of Rx. So that gives us minimum of Rx would be 65 into 95 divided by 50. R3, we utilize the minimum value 95. And that gives us 123.5 ohms. And then the maximum value of Rx can be found as 65 into 105 divided by 50. So I'm using the maximum value of R3 here. So that's 65 into 105 divided by 50 gives us 136.5 ohms. So it's a minimum value of 123.5 and a maximum of 136.5 ohms. Now this answer matches option 1A. Well, that's the final answer.